Good morning, Dalal, Munira, and Rahab. How are you doing all? All right. So, did you hear the lecture posted yesterday? Any concerns regarding the lecture? All right. So, now regarding the syllabus, I am done with the syllabus. Practical part also is almost over. I will check if I have exercise to give you or not. If I have, I will post it on the I will post it on the blackboard. But I think I am done with that. For the theory also and for the practical also. Slide is not the blackboard. Munira, refer to the previous week. It should be okay. I will yeah, I did not upload it. Anyways, I will upload after the class. I will upload after the class now on the blackboard. All right. So I am done with the syllabus now, your practical portion and the theory portion. So next week, I will come online for the class. Uh, if you have any concerns, any questions regarding the practical, regarding the theory, to take up your questions and concerns, I will come online. All right. Uh, we have a mini quiz next week, right? Week 15, so which will be 4%. Week 16 we have a practical assignment. Week 17 we have a quiz too. So week 15 mini quiz will be on the same will be on Wednesday class, right? As usual, we take in period 3. So Ramadan timing, according to the Ramadan timing that I posted yesterday, period 3 starts from 11:10 to 11:45 a.m. So at that time, you will have your weekly quiz for week 15. Is that clear? All right. So we will work according to the same way, but in Ramadan timings, like period 3 starts at different times. So at that time, we will have our quiz for the next week. Yes, Dalal.
Miss, about question. Is it still all chapters?
No, there are no more chapters. I am done.
No, I mean, how many chapters will be included in the question?
In which in quiz?
Question, yes, 20%.
You are talking about 20%.
Yes.
20% is still yet to be decided. Okay. Rahaf says, can we take the quiz at 8 p.m. instead? I don't mind if you want to take the quiz at 8 p.m., but everyone must agree. Yes, girls, do you agree to take the quiz in period 1 instead of period 3? I think Munira is also of the same opinion as Rahaf. How about you, Dalal?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, so in that case, I will post an announcement that your quiz, mini quiz next week will be on Wednesday, and period 1 starts at 8 o'clock. It's not 8 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's not period 1, it's 8 p.m. in the evening.
8 p.m. Okay, I don't mind.
Yeah.
8 p.m.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Miss, what about the makeup quiz? When we can have it?
Yeah, the makeup quiz for that one, I guess for the routing and all these, right, topics.
Yeah, and the IP
Okay.
solving.
Okay. I will decide. Let me just decide if I can give you at the same time on Wednesday next week. Do you get my
Can
point?
we have it in the same week but other day?
I will make it on Thursday then.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so anyways,
Or before Tuesday.
Before Tuesday, I have to check the possibility because I still have the quizzes for other classes.
Yeah.
Okay, so before Tuesday, I don't think so. Wednesday or Thursday, any day you can have it. That will be better. Okay.
Okay.
So I will make it at 8 p.m. As quiz 5. Regarding the theory, still not yet decided. Maybe by next week we will come to some conclusion. Okay. I posted assignment 2. Did everyone see it?
Yes.
Any concerns regarding the assignment? Let me explain you the assignment. I will share the screen. Yeah, I will explain the assignment. All right. So if you see, can you see the assignment now?
Yes.
All right. So if you see, the topology is given to you, how you have to do it. One thing extra has been added in this assignment, which is the NAT router. If you see, this is the NAT router. I will come to the NAT router later on. So first of all, let me just explain you how it is working. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it is also a subnet, 6 subnets. All right, so you have 3 routers, first of all, in the core or in the backend. Let me just make it router 1, router 2, and router 3. Router 1 and this is router 4. Router 1 and router 2, they are connected to each other with the serial DTE cable. So that means you need to have some extra module for it. Router 2 and router 3, they are connected to each other on one port with serial DTE cable. Router 1 and router 3, they are connected with each other with the help of copper cables. All right, now for each of the subnet, the IP addresses is given to you. For the first subnet is connected to the router 2, and the IP address of the subnet is 192.168.3.04. That means the address of this router will be 192.168.3.1. You can assign any address to this PC within that range. Now to this router, we have attached a wireless access point, and to the wireless access point attached is the attached is the laptop, and it is attached to the router on some other interface, and the IP address of the subnet is 192.168.0.0. That means you can assign the IP address to the router on this interface is 192.168.0 and 1. All right. Next is a router is attached to another router by using the serial DTE cable, and the IP address connecting from router to router is 192.168.30 and 0. So you can assign this router as 31, and it can assign as 32 or vice versa also. Now this router has only one PC, and on this interface the address of the router is 192. It should be 192. Yeah, it should be 192. It's not 19, girls, it is 192. All right, so I'll make a correction. It is 192.168.2 and 0. You can assign any address to the computer. All right, Now here router 2 and router 3, this is connected on the interface 192.168.10 and 0. So like on this interface to router 2, you can assign an IP address 10.1 and to this 10.2. Now coming to router number 3, it is attached to first of all switch, then switch is attached to the DHCP server and it is attached to the PC2. So for the DHCP server, all right. Now, if you see the IP address is 10, so you can assign the router on this interface, the IP address as 1.1 and DHCP server you can assign as 1.2. Since this is a DHCP server, to this personal computer, the IP address that you are going to assign is dynamic and not the static one. But you are going to provide a range. Refer to the lecture in which I have explained the working of the DHCP. So here on the PC, the IP address assigned will be dynamic and not static. Now coming to this router 3 and router 4, they are also connected with the help of the serial DTE cable. Now router 3 and router 4, they have the subnet addresses 200.0.0.8/8. So you can assign like this router 1 on this interface as 200.0.0.1 and this as 0.2. Now this router number 4 is a NAT router. Now I will come to the NAT router later on. Router is attached to the two web servers. If you can recall, the purpose of the NAT router is to hide the IP addresses, of the network. So in this case, basically it divides a public and the private address. So all the outgoing requests from the web server, they will go on the request 200, but inside when they communicate, they have this IP addresses. So basically the purpose is to hide the IP addresses from the outside world. All right, now this router, you can assign it as a 200.0.0.1 or 2 maybe. And now it is attached to these are two web servers hosting some web pages. I also explained, I guess, the web servers also. Okay, now this web server has an first of all, this router interface, this is an Ethernet interface. So 10.10.10.1 can be assigned to the router and .2 can be assigned to the web server. Similarly, on this interface, router can be assigned address 11.11.11.1 on the router's interface, and server can be assigned to the .2. You can assign any other address, but the first address is reserved for the router. Right. Now coming to you have to do the various configurations for the router. Refer to my previous lectures. You have to add the routing also to the routers. Now you have to add between router 1 and 4, there should be a static routing. Now between router 1, 2 and 3, there should be a RIP routing. It's mentioned over here. Between router, if you see between router 1 and 2, between router 2 and 3, there should be RIP. This and this. All right. Now add static router in router 4 to access 192.168.0.24. Now you have to add static routing in between router 1 and router 3. There is a static routing. Now coming to the NAT, how to enable the NAT, because this is a NAT router, the commands are given to you over here. So these are all the commands that you can use to make it a NAT router. So this is all about the assignment. Now coming back to your questions, what are your questions for the assignment? Tell me. Yes, girls, tell me your questions now. Are you there with me, girls? Munira, if you can recall, remember I told you how you can save the configuration. There is a command. So when you save your topology, it will come like that. No need for taking the screenshots, but please make sure you save your topology using the command. I guess it was second, it was my second class in which I explained how you can save the configuration for each of the router. And if you see when you have saved, I can check like what are the characteristics or what is the configuration assigned to each of the router and each of the PC. I can check your configurations. Yes, I have. If you have listened to my Rahaf, did you listen to all my practical lectures? If you have listened, at the end, I am doing it whether my topology is correct or not by either doing a simulation or by using the ping command. Please go back and listen to all my lectures. What other questions, girls? Any other questions? All right, so it's clear. How about you, Dalal and Rahaf?
Yes, it's clear. Miss, can you upload this explain in the Blackboard?
The one that I explained now?
Yes.
Okay, I will upload it on the Blackboard, don't worry. All right. Any other questions? So your submission is on Sunday. Please do remember. So if you don't have any questions, I will end the class now. No more questions, girls? All right. So I will end the class now. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending the class. Stay safe. It's the whole day until the end of the day. Until end of the day, Rahaf. All right. Thank you so much, girls, for attending. I'll end the meeting now.